Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm talking about Rico Lewis and Manchester City's future as a player here. And let me just get straight into it, but before that, I am covering the entirety of the Euros and Copa America when it starts, with watch-alongs and stuff, so come check out my streams, hang out with me, chat with me, ask me any questions, and I'll try to answer any questions asked, because it's gonna be a lot of fun. I've enjoyed myself with the first four streams already, so come check it out. And with that said, let's actually talk about Rico Lewis. Now, I think a lot of people are looking at Rico Lewis to be the Kyle Walker replacement, but this is quite frankly not where Rico Lewis is going to be playing. I see him more as a midfielder than as a right back, and I'll tell you why. Well, let's take Kyle Walker off the pitch, and let's imagine Rico Lewis is here on the pitch. Rico Lewis has good ball playing ability, he is decent on the ball, he is decent defensively, his pace is decent, but none of it is really stand out. He's an all-round player. When you want to be a defender, you need a standout ability. Is that physicality for Rico Lewis? No, he's average. Well, maybe better than average, but he's decent. Is it pace? Well, it's decent, but that's not the standout ability. Is it actual challenging, intercepting? It's all decent. So, when you have a player who has these all-round skills, which you might say that he's maybe a 7.5 out of 10 in every single skill in football, that makes him a very good all-round player, it doesn't make him a good defender. Because as a defender, you need something to excel at. That is what Kyle Walker has. Kyle Walker has his insane pace. That is why he excels as a right back. Because he can zoom up and through the pitch, he can stop counterattacks even if he is out of position. And we have seen that before in this season, where Kyle Walker was around this area, a ball came into this area, but Kyle Walker was so fast that he was able to make up this distance and stop a counterattack from leading to a goal. And Rico Lewis, quite frankly, doesn't have that pace. Rico Lewis doesn't have the challenging that he needs, so maybe you can play Rico Lewis deeper to accommodate that lack of pace. But Rico Lewis doesn't quite have that challenging ability that Kyle Walker has either. He can make a good challenge, he can make a good tackle, but he doesn't quite have the same ability of Kyle Walker there. So that's why I don't imagine Rico Lewis as a right back. So where instead would he play then? Well, the best place to have all-round players is in the center of the midfield. Bam, in the middle. We don't have that. We don't have that at Manchester City. We have two attacking midfielders. We have John Stones, basically, or John Stones, but Guardiola has been that player this season, who steps into midfield, and we have a pivot, which is Rodri. And it's a weird system, but we don't really have central midfielders at Manchester City. So, if we want to shoehorn Rico Lewis into this Manchester City side, it is either going to be from left back, stepping into midfield. Well, I suppose it is actually something else. Imagine, Diaz is older, so let's drop Diaz. And let's put Guardiola here. Mystery signing, let's say Theo Hernandez. I really like Theo Hernandez. There you go. We've signed Hernandez. And Kyle Walker is getting old, so he goes. I guess this is possible. I wasn't really thinking about that, but I guess this is also possible with Rico Lewis stepping into midfield from here. My problem with this is Rico Lewis isn't quite as good as Guardiola. Guardiola has insane tackling ability, he has insane pace, he has insane intelligence for a young player, he is very calm, he has leadership, he is good on the ball. Guardiola is an exceptional player, and Rico Lewis is just not that level. There is no way that Rico Lewis comes close to Guardiola. So if we want Rico Lewis to do the Guardiola role, you are pretty much asking a lesser version of Guardiola to step on the pitch. So no, this is not an option either. And even though I love the idea of having Theo Hernandez, I don't think it's happening either. So nope, this is not how we're gonna do it. It's an idea that just popped up in my head, but it's not a good idea. So what instead? What instead? It's not gonna be right back, it's not gonna be left back, it's certainly not going to be centre back, and we don't have a central midfield role for Rico Lewis to step into. Well, is it gonna be a defensive midfielder? Well, certainly not, because we are buying a new defensive midfielder. We are buying Bruno Guimaraes. At least we are trying to. And Rico Lewis nowhere near the quality of Bruno Guimaraes. And if I'm being quite honest, I don't see a place where I can get him into this team. Not in this system. If we change the system, let's say De Bruyne is old and we don't get a replacement for him. Instead of replacing De Bruyne, we entirely change the system. I don't think that's the right decision to make, but okay, let's see that. What system could we play then? Well, maybe we play with a flat 4 now. A flat 4, and players don't exactly matter. And then we have Rodri as a pivot, and then Rico Lewis can play his progressive role, and maybe you go back to 4-3-3. Maybe that's something that we are looking at then. A more direct style of football, which could suit Haaland, Sa, Vio, Doku, and Foden. The problem is we don't really need to change system to become more direct. I've already done a video on directness, but so I won't get too much into it. But this just seems like a way to shoehorn Rico Lewis into the side. And don't get me wrong, he can do this. He can play well like this. He will be a decent player. But we could get better. That's frankly the truth. Oscar Bob in this exact same system will be better. Take Rico Lewis out, play Oscar Bob, exact same system. Oscar Bob will be better. So do we put him at right back? Like, is that a call? We put him at right back? I mean, he is young, Rico Lewis, and defenders usually don't get high acclaim until they are older. Like, a striker will have their prime at around 26, while defenders will have their prime at 29, 30. So, defenders have their prime very late. So, maybe he's just a bit too young to judge him as a right back. But then, just get an older defender. Just get an older defender and loan him out. So, or we keep him on the bench until he's 25. If he wants to stay on the bench until he's 25, be my guest, I suppose. He'll be a great rotational player. I doubt he wants to play as a bench player for that long. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's patient. So, where exactly do we get him into the system? Truth is, I don't think we do. I don't think he's good enough. And Manchester City fans sometimes have to calm down when we have young talents, like Rico Lewis, or Lewis Hamilton even. We got this Hamilton guy. What is his name again? Transfernews Manchester City. There was this Hamilton guy. I already forgot his name. He is not that good. And let me see him. Because sorry, I've forgotten his name. Is he in here? Hamilton. He's not even in here. So there's a Manchester City player right now, a young player. I think he's probably in the youth academy or something. Called Hamilton something. He's not that good, and I don't know how to find the youth squad, so I'm not going to bother looking through Transfermarkt. There's this Hamilton player as well. He's not that good. He had one game and he played decently. And Manchester City fans were instantly going, oh, he's the next Bernardo Silva. He played one good game, bro. And he played one decent game, should I say. Because if we look at Rico Lewis by the standards of a young player, just a young player, he is very good. But compare Rico Lewis now to Phil Foden at the same age. And I know, it's different positions, you can't quite compare it. Phil Foden was trusted way more already. Oscar Bob is way more trusted at the same age. And Rico Lewis, quite frankly, only got as much game time as he did last season because of the injuries. So, I'm sorry to say to Rico Lewis fans, I don't think he's good enough to be at Manchester City. Because the only place where I can imagine him being at Manchester City level, we have Oscar Bob who could play that position better, so he will be a bench player his entire career then, or just maybe we can play a better system while having a player that is different from him. So whichever it is, I just don't see it. I don't quite see where we are going with Rico Lewis. But that's just my opinion. So do tell me down below what you think about Rico Lewis. If you think I'm missing something with him, because again, he's really popular with Manchester City fans. I don't see why. So do tell me down below if you think there's a way that we can put him into this side and that he can be great. So yeah, tell me down below. Please do like and subscribe if you checked the video to the end. It helps the channel out a ton and I appreciate it a lot. And as I said, go check out my watch alongs for the Euros and for the Copa America when I start. And I'll see you on the next one.